BlackRock is about to do something again that is going to shock the cryptocurrency market, so you need to stay up to date with exactly what is going on because we are going to be able to profit from this significantly, but only if we're paying attention. Now, please bear with me with my glitchy camera. For some reason, I just don't know, it will not stop glitching. I have an M1 MacBook Pro and it won't stop glitching. So if anyone is out there and knows anything about MacBooks and why this might be happening, I have 64 gigs of RAM. It's only using 20 right now and it still is glitching and I cannot solve it. So if anyone has any options for me, let me know in the comment section, please. I need your help. And guys, with that said, I'm extremely excited about what is about to happen. Let's first of all look at the technicals for Bitcoin here. We have this wedge pattern that is continuing right in our level here of our fair value gap that we've been watching. We are sitting right there. We're just sitting right in the middle of this. And I think that Bitcoin is about to explode one way or the other. Now, if we see this, you can see that this was our high back here at 71,000. We did reach our very high of 72,000, if not 73.8. And we have since been making slightly lower highs here, guys. It has been happening, but I don't think the bull market is over just yet. I think that the market is just not that excited. I think there aren't new people coming into the market like we expected, but they will be coming back once we get mainstream media back on our tails. And that will happen once we break the all-time high. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense why people would want to do that, but that's how we can profit, right? We can buy when retail isn't here yet, and then we can sell to those people. It's a player vs payer game here, and you need to be ready to do that. Now, with that said, on a technical level here, we are pushing upwards, and potentially we want to see us break here this $69,000 region, and that will set us all the way up to our resistance here. And if we do break this, it's going to be a big push upwards technically for Bitcoin, because if we break it, we could see a price position of around the $75,000 region. Now, if we do get that break, what will be awesome is we will also get a ton of these liquidations. We've got about $4.5 billion of liquidations waiting for us at exactly that $75,000 region. You can see that right there. But on the other side of that, we do have almost $8 billion worth of liquidations sitting at 61,000. So we always need to be aware of what lies ahead. So we have our very simple support and resistance. You know, I like to trade using very simple information, right? What we can see here is our strong support sits at 66,800 right now. We have tested that 1, 2, 3 times now. And what we want to do is break, same as the other chart, 69,000. If we do lose this 66,000 here, we'll not only lose this support, but we'll also lose our upward support line here for our wedge. So if that does happen, I would expect us to come down to retest these zones down here and hopefully holding this $61,900 region. And what we can see here is right there. That's where $8 billion of cumulative liquidations will happen. Now, that doesn't mean that $8 billion of liquidations happen when we hit here. It means on the way down. So it's probably quite likely that if we do lose this support, that we do come between this region, right? Somewhere between this region. And I believe that anywhere here would be a great place to be dollar cost averaging or opening long positions. I'll be doing that. I'm not telling you guys what to do, but that's what I'm going to be paying attention to if we lose this region. Right now, the market is looking pretty bullish. That's why I have all of my trades open. I got these trades over just under $4,000 in profit on those. We got a ton of trades open down here as well, over $1,000 for Bitcoin, over $1,000 for ETH. We got a Dogecoin position and a number of others. So I am trading, and there is a new exchange that I've just joined my channel here, which is WooX. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring these guys to the channel is I know a lot of you guys are a little bit concerned with the way exchanges behave. You might want to see a more fully doxed team. You might want to see proof of reserves. And I do trade on exchanges that don't show these things, and that is a higher risk. So if you guys are looking for less risk, a less risky exchange with more safety measures for you guys, WooX is something that I think you guys should definitely check out. You can benefit from their superior execution and unrivaled transparency. What they mean by that, right, is here. You can see a live balance sheet, a live dashboard displaying WooX's total reserves, assets safeguarded in custody, and the use of the liquidity sources and user deposit liabilities. So this is pretty interesting, and pretty much no other exchange is this transparent about their reserves. So if you do want to exchange that is super transparent, these are the guys for you. They also have some of the lowest trading fees in the space. Whether you are a leverage trader or a spot trader, this could be perfect for you. And of course, their UX UI is great. It's similar to any other exchange. You have all of your trading view things that you want to do here. You can literally just exactly use it like TradingView and trade directly on this chart. So if you want to check it out, I will leave a link to WooX down there in the description. Now, what is going on with Ethereum, right? Ethereum and Blackrock. Ethereum ETF June launch is a legit possibility. So we're going into June. Is it tomorrow? Are we going into June tomorrow? I don't even know. Tomorrow or the next day will be in June. And BlackRock has just filed its S1, which is absolutely huge, guys. This is basically almost certainly the engagement we were looking for the S1s following the 19B-4 approvals. Remember, this is what we got already, and this isn't a guarantee that the ETFs gets approved, but this is now with the S1 the next step. So issuers and the SEC are working towards a spot Ethereum ETF launch, which could happen in the next month. And guys, I think everyone again is forgetting how parabolic this could get, like absolutely ridiculous. Just yesterday, we got news that BlackRock had flipped Grayscale with their Bitcoin holding. Just take a second to think about what happens when there isn't liquidity on the market anymore. So far, we have always had the liquidity of Grayscale selling to basically bolster up the amount of buying that BlackRock and all the other ETFs have been doing. Guys, that liquidity is drying up. Grayscale was in more than $600,000 of Bitcoin, and now they are around $250,000, continuing to drop every single day. And this is so bullish. I can't even get my head around how bullish this could be when Grayscale stops selling. And just BlackRock alone is scooping up all that Bitcoin. Think about all the rest, and then move that thought over to what happens with Ethereum when exactly the same thing happens. Now, of course, I don't believe there's going to be as much buying of the Ethereum ETF as there is in Bitcoin, but of course, Ethereum is much smaller than Bitcoin. So there is huge moves that could be on the horizon, and I see no reason why Ethereum wouldn't go absolutely parabolic from where we are right now. We're talking a $10,000 Ethereum. Doesn't seem that crazy to me at all, if not more than that. And with a $10,000 to $15,000 Ethereum here, we'd also have Solana being the next candidate in line for an ETF. And I don't see why at least Solana couldn't break its old all-time high. Solana is closing in on the third biggest position in my portfolio right now. It's not quite, but I do want to talk about 3 different altcoins in a second that I think you guys should be paying attention to, that I'm betting on heavily in this bull run. One of them is not Solana, but Solana is one of the projects that I am betting on heavy. I've been dollar cost averaging heavily into Solana through this pullback because it seems like the obvious bet to me. It seems obvious that Solana is going to get the attention from the institutions next. It just doesn't, it just seems obvious. So that's why I'm doing it. Not financial advice, but if you want to have minimal downside with a lot of upside, Solana could be the option for you, but please do some more research into it. I'm willing to lose the money that I have in that. Now, I did want to talk to you guys about 3 altcoins that I think is going to do incredibly well. But before we do that, I want to show you this. Look at this. We have retail investment or interest, sorry, not investment, actually starting to flip as well. Look at this. This was the exact time we had our first peak of the bull run. We came down very, very sharp. Bitcoin came down nowhere near as sharp, but it did definitely come down. And now we are finally flipping here upwards, which is absolutely great to see. And this could be our first piece of data that we can use to think right now the tides are shifting and we are going back into this bullish space. This plus the fact that meme coins are again going on their parabolic run. Just like we saw last time. Everyone thought that Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins would go crazy, but it just skipped over that. Bitcoin went up, we skipped straight over Ethereum, and we went straight into the meme coins, and we're seeing exactly that play out. These 2 pieces of data show us that retail are very much paying attention, and last time we saw these sorts of moves, we saw massive amounts of gains to be made, right? So this could be, again, the start of that push upwards. And I do believe that we are going to have an altcoin season. I think that the Ethereum ETF is going to spur on this altcoin season. We also see this in the altcoin season index, which has been shifting away from Bitcoin. And then we can couple that with even more data here with the dominance chart. Now, the dominance chart has yet to actually break this uptrend. I was hoping that we would close this week beneath this line. So we'll wait till the week does close. But if we can continue to find resistance here and we do actually start to trend downwards for the dominance, that coupled with all the information we just spoke to could lead to the altcoin season that we're waiting for. And we want to be ready for this. So there are 3 projects that I have been heavily invested into recently, and you're welcome to or not. Again, it's not financial advice, but the first one is Frontier. Reason why I invested into Frontier is they are doing a rebrand into Self-Chain. The mainnet launch is launching on June 6th, so about a week from where we speak right now. What was the last project we saw do a rebrand into their own ecosystem and chain? That was Vanary. On this channel, we got over a 500% move on Vanary from dollar cost averaging before everyone realized this was happening, before the rebrand, before all of that took place. And I still hold a whole load of this, but this is an example of what we saw. There is also a ton of liquidity because you can trade Front directly on Binance. So I'm paying attention to Front and dollar cost averaging into it for this reason. Another project that I am recently adding to my portfolio and plan to add more is UFT. Now this is down 10% on the day, but they have the large amounts of liquidity from Binance, and what they are is a multi-chain permissionless lending and borrowing protocol for all ERC20 tokens. Now they are also going to be going through some interesting things, and I think that you guys should check this out. Do your research into this project if you fancy it. And finally, we have Nulls. Now, Nulls is another project that I have been buying. I did buy it quite heavily on the big pullback that we had. Since then, have made a decent amount of profit on this. Also traded on Binance, so there is a lot of liquidity to get in and get out of this project. And I think there's big things coming up for this project. So head to CoinMarketCap, scroll down, go to the website, go to their Twitter, learn more about this project, see if you think that they have an opportunity to do very well, because I do. And I want you guys to be aware of anything that I'm doing in this market. So if you do want to stay up to date with to the minute when I make any form of trade, you can come over and join the Patreon. The link is down there in the description. But not only with that Patreon do you get access to my trades, you also get access to the entirety of hgaccess, where we provide alpha reports each and every day. And these alpha reports do massive moves. Look at this, Andy up 33%. We got another 10% here. We got another 52%. And this is all just yesterday. Look at this, 31%. So incredible stuff here. You get so much alpha all in one place. And if you guys are looking for a more transparent exchange to trade on, then check out WooX down there in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.